What would you have liked to hear from a Jack Harlow album now, the sophomore album?
I
What did you expect?
more depth. Like I feel like a lot of the songs were quite shallow. Um, he would because on an album you kind of want to get more detailed or intimate facts about an artist, right? Doesn't have to be crazy intimate, but like kind of like a mention to like, oh yeah, this place where I grew up, this kind of thing was happening, or like these specific details that some artists give that let you into their head in it and the way they came up, where they're from. And I feel like he tried that, but it was very like, oh, let me just drop in one there and then one there, one there. And it just wasn't enough as a whole, right? Um, I don't feel like I feel like a lot of his lyrics were kind of just like I feel like he wasn't trying. Like the last song, the number of times he rhymed the same word with itself, I was getting frustrated. I was in here with Tom earlier and we were listening to it. Every time he looked at me and I was like, I don't know what to say about this album. Like there's a lot of things that I have criticisms about, and I'm not saying that I could make a better album than this, but from what I expected, we went from What's Poppin' to Tyler Hero, and those were like good songs that showed good potential.
So
But
would you say he's more of like a singles artist, maybe not so much of album? So like an OT Genesis. Like I don't look at OT Genesis for like albums,
yeah,
but he does pop out with a
Really good
single
singles.
every now and then.
yeah, every now and then Jack Harlow has like a good single, like Nail Tech, the single from that album,
yeah.
cold,
Yeah.
right? But I came away from the album thinking, is that the best song on the album?
Unfortunately.
And I get that some of the singles will be like that, but
what did you were just asking what he expected? But what did we like? Just not us as a collective, but as the rap community. What did we expect from Jack Harlow anyway? Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel like he did one of the things that I expected him to do.
Which
like,
is?
You know, like Jack Harlow has become like a little bit more of a personality in terms of like people like him for his personality. He's a likable guy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Or he's just a good-looking man.
I don't know. I'm not any way inclined like that.
That has nothing to do with it, though. You don't have to be gay to
I didn't say that.
that.
I didn't say.
Okay,
gay.
you don't have to be inclined in that regard.
I don't
what
know.
I'm trying to say though is trying to think in terms of like Jack Harlow and the rap community. What has he given us?
Huh?
I mean, you can't
some
say...
moments. There have been some moments.
Yeah, like
you know,
he's
leaned into that. You know, that smooth Jack role, because that's. I feel like that's what they see. Have you seen when he goes and he's greeting Sweetie and
again,
he gives that smooth, like, you know,
right?
He tries, in it, yeah.
Again,
him being friends with Drewski is another thing. Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh.
Because
another day for that one.
Let me do the Drewski face.
Another day. No. What I'm trying to ask though is, are we talking about Jack Harlow as an artist, or are we talking about Jack Harlow as a good-looking man? That's what I was asking. Or is he just a good-looking... That Sweetie situation, watching, I was just like, it's a fine-ass man who's just had a word with Sweetie.
Whoa.
I just thought he was smooth as hell. Like,
smooth?
Yeah.
Fine.
No, he had a personality in that.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, when we're assessing Jack Harlow as an artist.
As an artist, right.
His looks are not necessarily...
But that's what I think we expected as a community, though. I think sometimes...
you don't speak for me.
You don't speak for me.
Boys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Record scratch. We need the
boys.
soundboard, bro.
We do. Sorry, boys.
You are not talking for us.
Well, clearly not. I'm sorry, boys. What I'm trying to say, though, is I think sometimes a personality can compensate for something else.
That's what I'm trying to get at, is that it not necessarily compensating, but it sort of aids to who Jack Harlow is as how we see him as an artist. if you watch, he just released a Breakfast Club interview.
Okay.
Right, and literally the whole time he's the sort of like the Jack Harlow I kind of expected. Like he's witty. He's very, very witty.
Quick.
You know, like Charlemagne will say something and he's right back at him. You know how Charlemagne snaps at people. He's right back at him. He's right there. He doesn't.
So you expected his music to be just like that?
Not necessarily. No, I'm talking about in terms of his personality. He's witty. He's someone that thinks like on their feet, on their toes, smooth. Like that's why I keep saying smooth.
JD,
right?
that's why I'm saying so.
Yeah.
When you see somebody like that, automatically you're thinking, right, he's gonna give us some good art.
Not necessarily.
No.
Right.
No.
Right. So help me out.